Yo, what's going on with y'all, man? My name is R2Tradess. This is my very first video showing you guys what I'll be doing in the market, trading, whatever the hell you want to call it. You know what I'm talking about? So, I'm not really teaching you guys how to trade, being that I'm fairly new. I started in November. I'm not going to go through the whole story as far as how I started and when I started and all that. I'll do that in another video. This is just going to be a quick video, maybe 30 minutes or less. I just want to break down how I caught this trade on TradingView. This account is paper trading because I like to um, practice my evals to pass my evaluations on Top Step. I haven't started Lucid yet, but I will be starting Lucid this week. Top Step, I passed one eval, got funded, but I blew the account. So I'm going to just set the amount to 50K, and then from there, you get to the 3,000, and I'm going to just keep doing that over and over until I perfect it. Because I passed once, and then as soon as I was funded, I blew the account. So I just want to you know what I'm saying, be better at what I'm doing. So this account is paper trading. This is a paper trading account, okay? All right, so we're going to start with TradingView. Let's see. I'm going to show you guys how I caught this trade. I actually caught the trade on my phone. So we're going to see if it shows. Let's see. All right, so what I do first, before I enter a trade, I check to see what the market is doing. First off, let's see, we on a 1 minute time frame. Let's go to a 4 hour time frame, and we're gonna see what the market is doing. Is it bullish or is it bearish? Okay, so this is what we do. Let's go to a daily time frame. Let's do that. Okay, so clearly you can see that the market is in a bearish trend. I'm sorry, in a bullish trend, which is going up. It's going upwards, right? Um, okay, so from there, okay, we can go back all the way to, uh, so we're going to say March 26th. So from March 26th, it's been in a bullish trend ever since, right? So that's about a month ago, right? So for a whole entire month, it's been in a bullish trend, which is in the uptrend, right? Before then, we can see that it was moving sideways from September all the way to April, or what was that? Let's see. We're gonna say all the way till March. So March 26th is when it took off, right? But you can still trade this. This is you can still trade it. I mean, people trade this all the time, and even then, you go back, it's still in an upward bullish uh, market, right? So we're gonna go down. We're gonna zoom in. We're gonna go to a 1 hour time frame. I only use 1 hour time frames, 15-minute and 5 minute time frames. I just started using 1 minute time frames just to see the details and like what's going on. But like I don't enter a trade on a 1 minute time frame. I just look at the details and see what's going on, right? Um, okay, so we are on a 1 hour time frame. So basically, these candles, this is what they call candles if you guys don't know. And again, these videos are just for like beginners. I'm a beginner myself, so I'm just gonna go through my journey with you guys and show you guys what I do, how I do it, what I've learned, and all my mistakes. I'm gonna be transparent and all that good stuff. All right. Okay, so if you guys don't know, man, these are called candles. Let's see. You gotta bear with me, man. I'm still trying to figure out the okay, here we go. All right, so these things are called candles. These little wicks. Oh shit. Let's delete that. Oh wow, I cloned it. Okay, we're gonna delete that. We'll just leave this right here. But these are called candles. Obviously, it looks like a candle, and then here's the wick at the top, right? So that's a candle. So when you're on, right now we're on a 1 hour time frame. So each of these candles, it took an hour for these to build and to open, build, and close. So from here, we will say The candle opened here, it built for the whole entire hour, and then here's where it closed at, right here at the top. And the same with all the rest of these candles. Uh, you see this candle right here, the small candle, it started down here, it went up, and then it dropped back down. So in that whole entire hour, that's what that candle did, right? So when you drop down to the 15-minute time frame, it's the same thing. It took 15 minutes to make each one of these candles. Same thing with the 5-minute time frame. It took 5 minutes to build each one of these candles. Now all I'm doing right here is uh, the time frames basically to help me understand. You just basically zooming in and zooming out. You're getting details, and then you're just pulling back. That's really all that is, and it shows you like the daily time frame. It gives you a wide range of what the market did on that day, right? The video is actually about me catching. I think it was 900 and hold on. Let's see. I can show you. Okay, so I called $975. Right. I'm on a 50K fund. I'm on a 50K account. So all I'm doing is I put my amount, the same amount that I will be buying an evaluation or a combine. And this is I'm following the same exact rules as my combine and all that stuff. I can't lose no more than $2,000, and all I got to do is make that $3,000 in order to pass and become funded. So I'm following the same exact rules, right? And that's why it says 50K prop firm account. That's what this is, right? So I only had one trade, and that was earlier. It was probably a few hours ago. So it was $975, right? Okay, so let me go down. So now we know how much was made, and here is where it was made at. Okay, so let's go back down to the 1 hour time frame. Let's open this up. Right? Okay. So today, being that it's a holiday, today is Memorial Day, so in other countries and stuff like that, it's different, right? Okay, so it opened at 10 p.m. Sunday. Today is Monday, um, and this is what it did. So it shot up, right? It shot up. This is where it left off at on what was that on Friday, right? So it closed here. So we got this big old gap. All right, so look, we got this whole gap that needs to be filled, right? That the price just jumped from here to here. All this is just empty space. So actually, I'm gonna take it right there. So all of this is just empty space. I forgot exactly what you call this, this space. I don't want to say it's a fair value gap. I think it is a fair value gap. But basically, you should know, well, I know that price is going to come back to this point, to this level, right? Because um, this is where price started at, and then it just jumped up, right? So it went up, it shot up, and all of this is called consolidation. I can't even. All right. So when the market opened, it just went straight up, right? And uh, I wasn't in the market at that time. I think I started watching the market somewhere around here, so I was already too late to catch that, right? Uh, so right here is, I'm gonna just start using that. Okay. So right here, that trend is called I'm gonna say it's an uptrend, right? And I'm gonna put equals bullish, because that's what it's called. When it's in an uptrend, it's called bullish, right? All right. So this right here, when the market is moving sideways, I'm pretty sure you guys know, or if you don't know, when it's moving sideways, it's called consolidation, because there are people that move the market, right? So there are um, sellers that are sitting right here that are pushing down, and then there are buyers at the bottom pushing the price up. So that's why it looks like these little uh, candles are so skinny, because there are buyers and sellers in this area, like super heavy, right here. But all of this is called consolidation. You really don't want to trade consolidation. I mean, you can, but it's not. I wouldn't advise you to um, trade consolidation. I think anybody would tell you that. Try and stay away from consolidation. All right, unless you know what you're doing. Okay, so what I'm looking for basically is I want it to break. So we're gonna go here, lower this because this is the highest point that it was at, right? And then here, let's go. We're gonna go there, right? Because actually, here's where price broke. Price broke right here, but it was just let's see. So I also put these lines here to let me know because these are previous points where price hit and it got rejected. I put this orange line right here because I seen that the price came down to this point, but it was just a wick, right? So if you was in the trade at this time and the price was coming down, you would have caught all of this from here all the way down here, and then you could have got some money out, and got some money and just pulled out your order, your trade, right? Before it went back up to this point because you would have lost all of whatever this is right here, right? So it came down here, but it only came down there like once, right? So I already know that price wanted to come down. I was just waiting for it to come down. So you gotta let the trades come to you, and that's what I'm learning now. Is you gotta let these trades come to you. You can't chase the market. The market gotta come to you. As long as you can read the market and understand it, you'll be able to catch a trade, which is what I did today. Usually I'm chasing, I'm not gonna lie, but sometimes most of the time it's good for me. But I kind of want to get out of that. I want to set up my trades to whereas it's coming to me. It's easier on the mental and psychology, right? So price got rejected here. Where's another one? So this white line is where I see that price got rejected a lot. So here, I'm gonna clone this one. Price didn't come all the way to that line, but it still got rejected in that area. All of these got rejected. It came down. It didn't touch the line, but it was getting rejected. So you got one candle, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10. We're not gonna really count this one, and we won't count. We can say 11, and then 12. This is the biggest one. So that's how I already knew that price wanted to come down to this point. Because if you look at the top, you got all of these wicks right here, and all of these candles, but nothing wants to go. It doesn't. There's volume down here. There's volume down here at the bottom. Up here at the top, towards the top, there's really no volume to me. I mean, for some reason, I just know. It's kind of hard for me to explain it because I'm still learning some terminologies when it's coming to trading and stuff like that. But I know that price wanted to go down, which is bearish, right? Okay, so we got all of these rejections, and here is where I caught the trade. So let me open this up a little bit more. So I waited. I'm telling you, I waited. I think I started waiting somewhere. Nah, it was like I started waiting like somewhere in this area. This is where I started to like watch the market because I already seen that it was consolidating and it didn't want to push up anymore, right? And then I also know that it's going to come back down to that point that I told you guys about. I already knew that price because it does it majority of the time. When price opens up for the day and it shoots up and it has this, I think it's called a fair value gap. It creates a space in the market. It's gonna come down and retest this area. Let's see. It's gonna come down and hit this area again. Definitely. Since I've been trading, I've noticed that it's just making a correction. That's what it's doing, right? Okay. So you see it's still going. So we're on, the market is still going and it still hasn't gone up. So that lets me know that I'm doing something right, right? Okay. Okay. So, and it's even gonna hit this point too. I also put this horizontal line right here as well. because this is the top of the next support level, right? Okay, so all right, bet. Okay, so when I seen the market, so I'm gonna get back into. Let's go back. Start now. Okay, so here is where I got in. It is right there. All right, so this is what it looked like to me, right? At first, I was waiting for this candle to go down past these candles, right? But it rejected. Okay, so I'm really waiting for it to pass. Let's see. I'm really waiting for it to pass this area right here. All of this is what I needed to pass because I needed to actually. It needs to fill this whole entire wick, which I already knew it would. Okay. Let me open that up so you guys can see more. But this is what I'm. This area is the most crucial area. Like this is the area that I needed to focus on. So once it passed that area, let me see if I can hit play for you guys so I can show you guys exactly what I'm talking about. So I just needed the candle to start and then push down and then close. And then that was my confirmation to get into the market. So here we go. We're going to hit play. So that next candle, let me stop it. I think I stopped it. Okay, so that next candle, which is this green candle, it was also in the same area. It didn't break. It went up. But the next candle, it broke. So I think this is the candle that I got in on, right? Let's see. But and then also it surpassed that last candle that also went down and rejected. So now we good. Now we good. It passed all of this. It passed this, but it also rejected. But we still in the clear. We still know that it's gonna go bearish, right? So let's hit play. Let's see what it does. There we go. There's another candle. Oh, is it still going? Okay. All right. So there we go. That's my breakout. This is where I got into the market. Is this is my get into the market right here. That it was somewhere right here. It was this candle actually, I think. I think it was this candle. Hold on, let me show you. Let me be exact. Let me see. So this is the candle that I got in on. This one right here. So we're gonna say entry point. All right. So that's where we. I think it was 1 mini is what is what is what I went in the trade for, right? This was a 1 to 3, right? One. How we gonna go? Push reward. That was a 1 to 3. Oh shit. So that was a 1 to 3. I was risking 500, which is this red. I didn't put it to because that's why I don't use this tool because I'm still trying to get familiar with the tool. But I need to start using it and getting familiar with the tool. So we got a 1 to 3, right? Basically, how you understand this because I didn't understand the risk to reward ratio and stuff and all of that stuff either. But basically, for if you risking $100 to make $300, that's a 1 to 3. Or if you're doing a 1 to 1, that's you risking $100 to make $100, right? So it's a 1 to 1. Or 1 to 2, you're risking $100 to make $200, and so on and so forth. So if you're going by the thousands, it's the same thing. If you're risking $500, you want to do a 1 to 3 like how I did, it's $500, and you just times that by 3, and that's how it's a 1 to 3, right? Okay, just had to break that down for some of my my folks, right? If you know it already, just bypass it. All right, bet. So you see what the market is doing. I knew it already. I knew it. I'm sorry. I'm just looking at my phone. So my phone shows me. I don't know why. For some reason, it doesn't show me the arrows. So the red arrow is where I got in at, right? And then the blue arrow is where I exit the trade. So I made that 975 bucks just in that short amount of that trade. Okay. Now I don't know why it's not showing on the desktop version, but that was my trade right there. Okay. So I actually exited the trade. So we're gonna do this. So this candle right here is where I exited the trade. I exited the trade right here at the bottom because it was this one right here. Because I knew it was gonna bounce back up, and I was good on losing all that money. So here was my exit. Here was my exit point. The same 1 minute I entered, the same 1 minute I exited on that green candle right here at the bottom. So we're gonna hold on. Man, I'm telling you, man, these other dudes, man, they be super quick on this shit, but it's all good. Like, moving through and putting all of these notes, they be so quick, bro, but it's all good. You know what I'm talking about? We're gonna get better. All right. So my entry point was like right down here. As soon as this candle closed right here, the thing is, I knew that it was gonna go back up because it was slowing down. Like from this point, from here to here it was moving pretty quick. From here to all the way like down to this area, it was moving like really quick. And then I went on a 1 minute time frame, so I can show you. So we're gonna go down to the 5 minute time frame. So this is what it looks like on a 5 minute time frame with those same exact candles. Here's my entry point, was right here, and this is what it did on that 5 minute time frame. So I caught all of this. This is my exit point. So this is what I mean by when you go into detail. I'm gonna remove this circle really quick so you guys can kind of see because it's kind of in my way. Okay, so right here at the bottom is where I exited, but on that green candle, which is right here. So once I seen that, you see this long wick is how I knew that it was going to continue to go down. I mean, sometimes you can get faked out, but in this case, I knew since it passed these previous support levels that it was going to continue to go bearish, right? Which is going down in a downtrend. Okay, so once it slowed up in this area, and it was just kind of like it was going like how it goes, whatever. But then that's when I exited out the trade, because as soon as I exited out the trade, guess what? It goes back to retest that previous support level that I had originally put when I was looking for sales, right? So I got out just in time. Like literally. I would have lost. I would have lost more than half of my trade because remember this is my entry point right here. Is right here. So this is more than half. All of this. I would have been back to like 200 bucks, something like that. I'm sure it was like probably like 200 because I'm on 1 minute. So all of this I would have lost if I would have stayed in this trade. So from here to here is what I traded today. And within that amount of time, we can count 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. In 35 minutes, I made $975. You know what I'm saying? So, man, that's what this is why I got into trading. Trading found me, man. I didn't go find trading. So, that's the breakdown. I appreciate you guys watching. I'm going to continue to do these things, man. I'm going to try and make the video less than 30 minutes. I don't want to cut nothing out, but if it's more than 30 minutes, man, please forgive me. I know y'all ain't got the attention span. Nobody has the attention span, but it's all good. Look, follow me on Instagram at R2Trades, R2Trades, double S, and tap in with me. Drop some comments below, man. Let me know what I can do better. If you even like this video, man, like and subscribe. And then also hit me up on Threads as well. My other Instagram, personal Instagram, is Remo, Red, Official, and then tap the threads in that account. And then that's where I show all my updates. And yeah, I'm gonna just stay consistent with this YouTube thing. And I appreciate y'all, man. Let's go.